Hey guys, Sangka here, and today I wanted to do a video about the important NPCs, their specific currencies, and how they can help you progress. So without further ado, let's do the do. First off, let's specify what currencies we'll cover. Aside from gold, the next currency that will gauge your progression are the RGB stones. Those are literally red, green, blue stones. Today, we'll cover where the NPCs are, what you're able to purchase from them, as well as briefly explain why you would want to do so. First NPC we'll cover is Tramp. He's one of two bluestone vendors and is objectively the more important of the two. On the first page, you'll see he sells two sets of 2 tickets. One for green stone and gold, and the other for bluestone and gold. These are raid tickets, and something most new players miss at the start. You're able to purchase each pair of tickets once a day, and you should, as raids are a great way to get even more stones as well as chances at mythic gear drops, which, at the time of recording, is the endgame gear. To access the raid, find and click the icon named Operation Team in the toolbar, which will bring up the raid team listings. It should be noted that the first and third raid and the second and fourth raid share the same tickets and are gated by CP. The CP requirements are as follows. Raid 1, Operation Dimension Portal Attack, requires 300,000 CP. Raid 2, the Doomsday of Rachel, requires 1 million CP. Raid 3, Heroic Operation Dimension Portal Attack, requires 2 million CP, and lastly, Raid 4, Heroic, the Doomsday of Rachel, requires 4 million CP. You are capped at 14 runs per week for each set of raid. The normal and its heroic counterpart share not only tickets but entries as well. The tickets do not expire, so you have the flexibility to run raids daily or wait until the day before weekly reset to get them done. On the second page of Tramp's store contains runes. They're used to increase the enhancement stacks, otherwise known as fail stacks, when enchanting mythic gear. If you hover over the runes, they tell you how much potential points they give upon failure. The general rule of thumb is as follows. Use white runes from +1 to +9, green runes from +9 to +14, and gold runes from +14 to +17. This is by no means the only way to go about it, so let your in-game wallet dictate what you're able to do. The second bluestone NPC, Scarfo, wouldn't even be mentioned if not for the most recent patch upon recording, adding a new equipment slot. The only notable items are the 3 different enhancement stones he sells. Regular enhancement stones are for gear, special gadget enhancement stones are for dice, and the auxiliary enhancement stones are for your artifact and catalapis. Swinging over to the green stone NPC, Ruble. He sells a lot of RNG boxes that should generally be steered clear from, so gamble at your own discretion. The items I do want to cover are the talisman and soul gem related goods. On the second page is the talisman level increase that increases your talisman level by 1 if you are too lazy to grind out the XP. It does come at a steep price. Origin of Evolution is used to upgrade the tier of your talisman at the evolution NPC Iogiyacha? Minotaur Goku. The different talisman scrolls that follows can be fed to increase the talisman's stats and can be done by opening up the talisman window at the bottom left of your inventory. The redstone NPC, Prior, is one that you'll be spending quite a bit of time at as he sells some spicy items. Re-identify and recalculation scrolls will be used to reroll stats on gear to fully min-max your endgame stats. This is a lot to cover, so I'll save it for a deeper dive video coming soon. TM. Holders are in the same boat as they'll be used to reroll that one pesky stat that won't cooperate. Recalculation scrolls are also used as one of the 2 materials for force. Filling out these orbs give your character quite a bit of CP early on, as well as beneficial stats, and should be priority when first starting out. Be warned, however, always process under the high tab, as the mid and low tabs have a chance at giving you negative stats. So while it uses recalculation scrolls, it is well worth the price. The other material needed for force is AFP, or Ether Force. They can be found at the last page of Prior's store. Each crystal gives 100 Ether Force, and you're able to hold 3,000 at a time. Prior also sells useful miscellaneous items, such as Prime Ability Changing Stones if a piece of gear doesn't match your Prime attribute, Technique, Intelligence, Fighting Spirit, card packs to increase your collection, which gives account-wide stats to all your toons, as well as pet jewels and second pet stat augments for your pets. I'll touch on goldstones briefly, as G stands for green and not gold in RGB stones, but they are mostly used for gambling. The NPC Lilith, a fitting name, sells Lilith Random Box, which requires 5 gold stones to open. If you're feeling lucky, you can gamble, as the boxes do contain best in slot items. If you can resist Lilith's seductive loot, gold stones do sell quite well, as they are sometimes used in in-game events and fuel other players' gambling addiction. In my previous daily video, I went over the basic dailies that you should be doing every day. Most of the items the NPCs sell do drop from those dailies. These NPCs simply help you progress faster in the specific field you want to focus on. A piece of advice would be not to double dip in your stones. For example, working on force orbs, which use redstones, while wanting to work on your card collection, which also use redstones. To cap off, I want to add 2 more zones you can add to your daily routine, which can help your daily RGB stone intake. That would be Evergreen Sky Garden Ultimate Stage and Dimensional Library. These require a lot of CP to solo, so group up for these, as the increased drop rate in party is also beneficial. These are quite popular, so you should have no problem finding parties to run with. That was a lot of information, so by all means, comment down below if you're still feeling lost, or better yet, I stream daily over at twitch.tv/Sangka, where I can answer your questions live. Smooth plug was smooth. Anyway guys, that's all from me. Hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, a thumbs down if you hated it, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.